Today I'd like to talk about the upcoming film Monsters Inc. Well, not Monsters Inc. Monsters University, but you get the idea. I loved the original movie. I thought it was very clever. It was very fun, very heartfelt, and when I heard about the prequel coming out, I was actually kind of wary about it because I'm just a little sick of prequels and stuff from Pixar. I think they do their best work with original stuff. I mean, sure, Toy Story 2 and 3 were fantastic, but I really love when they get creative with brand new ideas. And it seems like lately all they ever do is go back and forth with the same formula in movies. Um, and while I thought some stuff about it was creative, like I love the college website they made. It looks so much like my college website. I was kind of disappointed for little reasons, like I found out Celia wasn't going to be in there, and I loved Celia. She's a great character. I thought maybe we could see them getting together, and apparently we won't. I found out a lot of stuff with my D23 magazine. I've been a member since December, and in here is an interview with the voice of Mike. And as I was reading it, I suddenly got convinced to see the movie, and that was because I learned. Well, it was already obvious from the trailers, but this just really hammered it in for me. Considering, well, anyway, Mike spends most of his life thinking he's going to be a great scarer. That's what he goes to university for. He has spent since childhood believing this is what I'm good at, this is what I'll do for the rest of my life. But we already know from Monsters Inc. that's not what's going to happen. And at some point, we know in this film, he's going to be incredibly disappointed. He's going to have his heart broken, his dreams broken. To know that something he thought he was good at, to know something he had planned out for the rest of his life wasn't going to work out. That kind of devastation hit me hard because that's kind of what I'm going through right now. I recently discovered that I just don't have what it takes to be a very good writer. I'm not going to go too into that because I'll probably wind up a crying mess, but basically I'm feeling the pretty much the same thing he's going through. And I have to wonder how many people go through that same kind of devastation. We've probably seen that kind of attitude in a lot of live action movies, a lot of maybe teen movies or adult movies, rom-coms, the whole growing up thing. But how often do we see this in animation? And despite being a whole scarer thing, it's a very realistic concept to do it in college to address kids that the one thing you want, the thing you think you might be good at, isn't what you're good at, isn't what you're going to do. And obviously he's going to get a happy ending. Obviously he's going to find out what he's good at, but this is such an important and real issue. And reading this and reading more about it, I was thinking, oh my god, you're actually going to tell kids they might face disappointment in their life. They might face complete heartbreak. And I thought that was a very grown-up decision. I thought that was amazing because it's very true. And to me, I thought that I think Disney is actually growing up lately with their films, showing that with Tangled that you don't have to accept your parents' abuse, with Prince of the Frog addressing racism, and now Pixar has made so many films about growing up, leaving old things behind, and now they're addressing what happens when your life goal is irreparably taken from you, and it's proven that you were wrong. I have no idea how they're going to handle that, and I'm actually looking forward to see how they do that. I'm probably going to cry, let's face it. But I guess I want to thank Pixar for making this mature decision It's not going to be an easy thing to watch. It's not going to be an easy thing to think about for many people. It's not going to be an easy lesson to handle for some kids, but it's something that has to be said. Life comes with disappointments. Life comes with heartbreak. And there are people who will find out that what they thought they were good at is not what they were meant to do. So, what will ultimately come of this film? Will it be any good? I sincerely hope so. I think a lesson that important should come in a film that's very good. So I'm not sure how I can end this, because honestly this kind of conversation, this kind of topic brings out a lot of emotions in me. I don't know if you can hear it. But I sincerely hope that if you watch this film and you learn this lesson, or you find that connection, that you don't give up, because Mike found a way to still stay close to his dream. He found what he was good at. He found what he enjoyed. And ultimately that's what a job should be. It shouldn't just be about money. It shouldn't just be something to achieve for the sake of being an adult. Something to make you happy. Because ultimately, if you're not happy in life, then I have to wonder what the point is. I'm still trying to find out what makes me happy. Hopefully I can find it. And it's a fantasy world, but Mike is living in literally a fantasy world. But even fantasy has connections to reality. Even monsters and scaring has such a connection to real life, because things that can seem so obvious, things that haven't changed for so long can still be changed, because we know in Monsters Inc. that scaring isn't what is best for the city, it's laughter. So even in your own job, you can find so much change. You can make things so much better. It doesn't have to be the same thing forever. So if you put these films together, you realize that even when you're happiest at your job, there's still so much more you can do. There's still so much more you can find and achieve. And to think that you can find adult lessons about your career, about your job, about your life in 2 films about monsters and scaring, I think it's fantastic. Pixar has come so far, and I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful for these films. I'm grateful for what they're saying. I'm grateful they were allowed to say these things. And it makes me wonder what they'll say in the future. I hope we don't get a Monsters Inc. 3, because I think that's enough. I mean, if you have a message to say, there are so many ways to go about it. I'm looking forward to their new films, their original films. I'm looking forward to Monsters University, and looking forward to everything, because I need more lessons, and I can trust them to give it to me in the best way possible.